What's up, everybody? I hope you had a great 2020 so far. I've been doing a lot of photography lately and got asked some questions on Instagram on how I'm doing my Lightroom work. So I thought I'm going to do a little tutorial for you guys. Today we're going to have a look at this to this one. As we're cropping the picture. For Instagram, I normally go for 1x1 or 4x5. With this one, I go with 1x1, placing the feather where I want it. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm bumping up a little bit of contrast, like around 15 or so. Then we're going to drop all the highlights. So by dropping the highlights, we're getting back some of little details in the really bright areas. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm bumping up the shadows a little bit. So we're getting back some details in the dark areas. The whites a little bit up. And then we're pulling down on the blacks. Something around 44, 45. Next one. We're going to dehaze the picture a little bit. That's going to take away some mist or some glow. Just like, I would say around 25. Looks about right. We're going to add a little vibrance. Let's do 20. And then we're going to drop the saturation by -15. -15 looks good. So next thing I'm going to do, we're leaving out the tone curve right at the moment. We're going back to this one later. So we're starting in HSL. I want the picture to be teal, orange, brown, moody kind of stuff. So I'm going to shift my colors more to the orange side, shifting the reds, the orange direction, the yellows, and the orange a bit more. Same goes for the yellows. We're leaving the green as they are. We're going a little bit more on the green side with the blue, with the aqua, and the blue a little bit more to teal side. Purple magenta we're leaving as it is. Saturation, pulling the reds down, pulling the orange a little bit down. Same goes for the yellows. The greens, we're going way down. Teals, somewhere around -20. Blues, and we're pulling down all the purple and magenta stuff. So for the luminance is how bright a color is going to shine, or if we're pulling it down, we're going to mute it, making the color darker. So pulling down the reds, making the oranges a little bit more on the yellow side. The greens all the way down to make it really dark greens. Same goes for the teal. Blue also, and we're leaving purple and magenta as it is. So next step, we're going to do a split toning. That's where most of the magic is going to happen. If you're using a Mac, you can press Option and then slide through the colors. And if you hold Option while you're sliding, you can see a completely overlay of the color. So for the highlights, I'm going for a nice orange tone around 39, somewhere around there, pushing up a little bit, somewhere around there. And for the shadows, we're going for a nice looking teal. I found a sweet spot for teal at around 178, like so, and we're going to pump up the saturation a little bit. So, next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to effects, adding a little bit of vignetting, like so, making the edges of the vignetting a little bit softer. Then we're heading to the camera calibration and going more to the orange side, like 25, adding some saturation there. The blues, we're going to the teal side, some more, somewhere around like there, and a little bit more saturation, like so. And now we're going to the tone curves. I'm going to make 3 dots, one in the middle and half them, and I'm going to drop the shadows all the way up, even the midtones a little bit, and a little bit on this one. Crushing the blacks, crushing the whites. So I think I'm going to add a little bit more of the orange and yellow, a little bit more this one, a little bit more the yellows to the orange. So overall the image is looking bright, and the saturation, we could also drop the saturation a little bit more, vibrance a little bit less, some more dehaze. Then we're going to drop the exposure a little bit. Now it's looking a little bit too dark, but we're going to fix that. So what we're going to do next is we're clicking on that little brush, and then we're going to do a custom brush. So if you click here on the Show Selected Mask Overlay, you're going to see now we're unchecking the selected mask, and now we're going to lift our shadows even more just on the feather. We're going to give a little bit brightness with the highlights, a little bit more of the whites, and then we're going to add some texture, just a little bit, and some clarity. Giving a bit more contrast, and click done. So that's before and after. And if you want to clean up the sky there's a little bit more, you can just hit that square, start from the top, like so, making a little bit more bluish. Down with the exposure, down with the shadows, down with the highlights. And we're done. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you got some questions or some ideas for some new videos, let me know in the comments. If you liked the video, I would appreciate a thumbs up, and if you subscribe, you're always getting my stuff first. Thanks for watching.